Welcome to this explainer, everyone. Listen, if you are gearing up for your Class 10 Sanskrit board exams right now, you are in the exact right place. We are going to decode the brilliant Sanskrit grammar, the sandhis, the suffixes, and the samas that literally brings this royal encounter to life. So let's set the stage, literally. Singhasanastha Rama. Lord Rama is seated majestically on his royal throne. Then, guided by the court jester, the Vidushaka, two young ascetics make their entrance. Now, this is a moment of massive dramatic irony. The great Rama sits there, completely unaware that these unrecognized, humble boys walking toward him are actually his very own twin sons, Lava and Kusha.
Now let's see this word lavakushau. It can be said as kushahacha, lavahacha separately. So when they are put together, it becomes dvandva samas, where we use two nouns together in dvivajanam forms if it is two. Like the example of pitarau or mata pitarau, that can be expanded as mata acha, pita acha.
Let's see how this scene builds into a super polite yet deeply emotional interaction. The boys follow the Vidushaka, who announces them. Then, the twins respectfully approach Lord Rama, bow deeply, and ask a very standard, formal question, Api Kushalam Maharajasya, which simply translates to, Is all well with the Maharaja? This is exactly how humble ascetics are supposed to address a powerful king.
But here's where it gets interesting. Rama's response completely breaks formal protocol with this immediate, almost unexplainable warmth. He tells them, Yushma darshanat kushlamiva. It is as if all is well simply by seeing you.
The word Yushmat Darshanad can be splitted on the basis of Jestva Sandhi, where the first word will end in Ta, Yushmat plus Darshanad. So Ta becomes Da because it is followed by a third letter.
The absolute crucial point here is the emotional weight of what happens next. He embraces them and just bursts out with, Aho Hiridea Grehi Sparsha. Oh, this touch is heart-captivating. Even without knowing why, this father instinctively deeply connects with his children. He's so overcome with affection that he actually attempts to make them sit right beside him on half of his royal throne. Let's look at the grammar acting as the bridge in these sentences. In Sanskrit, when an action is fully completed before another one begins and the verb has a prefix attached, we use the liap suffix. So for the word upasritya, which means having approached, it's the prefix upa plus the root sri plus liap. For pranamya, meaning having bowed, it's pra plus nam plus leap. A great trick to remember this, think of the super common word agatya, meaning having come. That's a plus gum plus leap. Basically, whenever you hear that ya sound at the end of a gerund that has a prefix, your brain should immediately yell liap.
All right, jumping back into the story. Rama has just offered his throne, but the highly disciplined boys politely decline. They say, Rajasanam kalvetat. This is indeed the king's throne. It is not proper for us to sit on it. Now, quick teacher tip for you here.
So the word Rajasana means the king's throne. That itself clarifies that it is Shashti Tatpurusha Samas and it should be expanded as Rajnyaha Asanam.
Make sure you write that one down.
Rama is impressed, but he's also determined to hold these boys close, so he comes up with a very clever, affectionate workaround. He tells them, hey, sitting with a physical obstacle won't lead to a loss of your character or break any rules. Therefore, he says, sit on the throne, but just use my lap as a barrier between you and the royal seat.
Here the word Savyavadhanam is an example of Avibhava Samas. So Sa should be expanded as Sahitam and Vyavadhanam will have Tridiya Vibhakti, that is Vyavadhanena. So Savyavadhanam means Vyavadhanena Sahitam, with an obstacle.
So the boys act a bit reluctant, basically saying, enough with this excessive kindness. And Rama replies, enough with this excessive modesty. This perfectly sets the stage for one of the most famous verses in the entire text. Just listen to the rhythm and the sheer emotion here as Rama reflects on the universal love we all hold for the young.
Bhavadi Shishujano Vayonurodhat Gunamahatam Api Lalaniya Eva. Vrajati Himakarobi Bala Bhavad Pashupati Mastaka Kedagachhatatvam.
The meaning behind this is so profound. Rama is explaining that a child is naturally worthy of affection from everyone. even from the most stoic, highly virtuous, serious adults, simply because of their tender age. And to prove his point, he beautifully compares the innocence of children to the brand-new crescent moon. Because of its childishness, its newness, even the mighty Lord Shiva lovingly wears that crescent moon on his head, where it looks exactly like a delicate ketaki flower petal.
So let's see these words, how it is formed. Pashupatehe mastakam, Pashupati mastakam. Pashupati mastakasya kedaga chadatvam, Pashupati mastaka kedaga chadatvam. So there are basically three words in the word Pashupati mastaka kedaga chadatvam.
You guys have done a truly fantastic job navigating both the beautiful poetry and the technical rules of this scene today. Before we go, I want to leave you with this final thought to chew on before your next lesson. Grammar isn't just a boring list of dry rules you memorize to pass an exam, it's actually the hidden architecture, the secret key that unlocks the beating heart of these ancient stories. By understanding a simple yup suffix or dvandva compound, you are quite literally hearing the precise rhythm and the profound emotion of a father recognizing his lost sons centuries and centuries ago. Keep studying, keep decoding, and I will see you in the next explainer.